The Grinch was developed by Artificial Mind and Movement and published by Konami for the original PlayStation's 2000 holiday season. There were also versions for Dreamcast, PC, and Game Boy Color, but we're not talking about those today.
If you're unfamiliar, the Grinch is a character from the 1957 Dr. Seuss book, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, in which a character called the Grinch steals Christmas.
10 years after the book was released, a TV special was broadcast which itself became an iconic staple for many to watch every year around the holidays.
With a property this popular, it was only a matter of time before someone smelled money and turned this beloved story and character into a video game.
I saw this cover and thought, wow, someone's trying way too hard. The Grinch and his shades have all the unbridled hip energy of a Jingle Cats reunion concert. Looks like he's trying to distract us from his poorly rendered doppelganger in the back with a man that is clearly not a citizen of Whoville.
Sure, but everyone else who isn't you probably saw this cover and likely thought, hey look, a game based off that animated special I like.
Unfortunately, they'd be wrong, because this little pack of polygons is based not on the original source material or animation, but instead this.
2000's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starring Jim Carrey, featuring the Who's Who botched rhinoplasty crew.
I want you all to look your best tomorrow.
This adaptation attempted to add more context to the original story and recreate popular moments from the book and the cartoon, and hopefully the game would as well.
Movie games tend to milk a film's marketing, but bizarrely, that isn't the case here. The cover doesn't utilize any movie assets and doesn't even feature Jim Carrey's gross screen face.
But make no mistake, a movie game this is. How much does it reference the live-action film? What kind of gameplay does it contain? Will Max unshackle the chains of his oppressor?
It's time we don our raggedy red and whites and siphon the holiday cheer from Whoville in The Grinch.
The game opens with the Grinch sitting atop his mountain, with his sidekick Max looking over Whoville, when suddenly he gets an idea.
I got it! I have a great idea. This year,
I have a great idea. This year,
the Who's will pay.
He stomps into his cave full of cardboard boxes. Inside the boxes, blueprints for all his menacing inventions.
All my inventions, my contraptions, my Machiavellian machines.
Well, okay, that's totally not Jim Carrey. We also get our first look at the graphics and animations, and it's rough, to say the least.
No! No! My plans! My precious plans! I'll never be able to build my gadget!
Yeah, just a few minor problems here.
The Grinch clips through just about everything he touches. When he falls, you can see through the back of his head the Grinch's janky floating plans escape boxes that clearly never opened.
But most concerning is Max.
I'll never be able to build my gadget!
Oh, well, never mind him. We have blueprints to find.
With his blueprints scattered in multiple pieces, the Grinch's anxiety level increases. He sets out to collect them one by one. And with all that, our game's begun.
Wait, who's that?
Wasn't me.
Anyway, you start on Mount Crumpet, your hub world. 4 levels branch out from here. Downtown Whoville, Who Forest, Who Lake, and Who Dump.
Downtown Whoville and the forest as locations? Sure, that makes sense.
But the dump? There's no dump in Whoville. The Grinch's Mountain is the dump.
And then the lake? Where was there a lake in the movie?
It's not even winter here. Look at all this. It's like it came from a completely different game.
Wait, can Whoville have a summer? The movie the game's based on takes place inside a freaking snowflake, for crying out loud.
As would be expected, the Grinch starts his mischief in downtown Whoville.
Except it's pretty low-key considering Christmas is coming. For a town that's usually excitedly marching through the streets, there's not many people around at all.
Ouch!
What was that?
Whoville is filled with many dangers for the Grinch. Getting by unscathed is far from a cinch.
Who
Keep saying that!
Yes, the Grinch has enemies in Whoville, and these Whos are on the attack.
You know, for non-violent people, I'm surprised they're so violent towards the Grinch. Except for the ones who seem to like him a lot.
Hey, who are you, Big Daddy?
Excuse me, what are those Whoville children saying?
Hey, who Who are you? Big Daddy? Big Daddy?
When you're first let loose, your only means of attack is your bad breath.
But it stinks. The only enemies you can use it on are the mosquitoes, which doesn't always go smoothly.
You have to get real near to them to get this attack to even work. Get too close though, they sting you.
Ouch! It's unbearable!
You can say that again.
But we've got a solution. The Grinch's Who cloak pulled right from the movie. With this disguise, you can go wherever you want and you won't get attacked. Even the bugs stop attacking you because they're fooled by the disguise, I guess.
You'll get access to the post office where they recreate an iconic scene from the film.
You're the
The Grinch! The Grinch!
Nailed it. I see a lot of presents everywhere. Are we supposed to steal them? You know, like how the Grinch do?
Nah, not exactly. You crush the presents, sometimes with your butt. In this first level, you'll hunt for gadget blueprints, smash snowmen, and vandalize the mayor's posters. You seem to be pulling a lot of minor pranks rather than stealing stuff.
Well, that doesn't sound very Grinch-like.
Yeah, it doesn't. Complete enough tasks, though, and you'll open the next level. More importantly, unlock your first gadget, the rotten egg launcher. Time to take revenge!
Egg! Egg!
Egg! Egg!
Oh.
Once you've taken out your hard-boiled vengeance on the Whos, the poor controls really start to stink up the joint.
To fire your projectile gadgets, you'll select them from a very slow gadget wheel. Enter first-person mode, correctly aim, then shoot. When done, you manually exit first-person mode before going on with the game.
These clumsy controls and cumbersome mechanics are more rotten than the eggs.
Say you have a timed mission, which requires 2 different gadgets. Here, the Grinch has to get past this patrolling pooch and slime a ski rack.
To do this, we need to equip the egg launcher, enter first-person view, aim at the snow hanging off the tree, and at the right moment shoot the snow drift so it traps a dog. Exit first-person, switch to the slime shooter, run up to the ski rack, enter first-person mode again, aim and charge up your shooter, because yes, this gadget needs to be charged, then slime the skis.
All this in 15 seconds. Because that dog we buried earlier, he'll free himself and attack you if you're not fast enough. Oh, and the enemies. Each one requires a different attack pattern. Discovering which works on which Who is an irritating puzzle to solve.
It's unbearable!
The Grinch is surrounded by many a Who. Follow this guide to help him get through.
Stop it!
Here's just a few enemy types and attacks you'll be memorizing in your time with the Grinch.
You breathe on mosquitoes.
But don't breathe on the kids because they don't care. They need to be egged or slimed.
You also egg these dancing Whos, but only on their belt buckle, and not just once, but over and over, and then you pancake them.
You also pancake these taunting Whos, but you don't egg them first, you breathe on them.
Just like you breathe on these guards, but don't egg or pancake them first, you slime them.
You just breathe on these scouts straight up, except for the one you have to finish off with eggs.
Or you shoot to take out these enemies, but don't fire at them. No, fire at the sign above their head.
And then there are some Whos you can never get rid of.
That sure is easy enough to follow.
But here is the crown jewel of bad game design. All these gadgets and attacks, they all use the exact same ammo and fuel, rotten eggs. You'll eat through your supply fast.
You pass by them without a thought at the start, maybe even collect a couple for fun, but by the end of this game, you'll have a freaking rotten egg hoarding disorder.
You'll collect every plant you pass, because it doesn't matter if you have 200 eggs in your coffers. One bad twist of fate could leave you running on fumes in a critical moment.
So to feed your need, you'll be farming. Seconds after being collected, the plants regrow eggs to be picked again, but it doesn't happen if you're very close. Seconds add up to minutes of waiting for these suckers to grow back. This game will have you running seemingly endless circles over and over until you feel like you've had your fill.
You'll need these eggs because certain sections require your egg-powered rocket boost. And when that happens, well, this farming issue grows 3 sizes larger.
This section at the Who power plant has you boost up to multiple ledges that lead to a spinning fan obstacle course. You have to jump across the blades to the other side. The problem?
The game locks into a fixed isometric view, which limits your ability to see the upcoming blades and properly time your jump. You'll fall down a lot.
Come on, come on. Ah!
The rocket boost is required for the Grinch to jump high enough to get back to the spinning blade, and that boost devours eggs. Its power-up phase uses multiple all at once. And then, when you run out, there is only one plant to refuel with.
No, there can't be just one. There's gotta be another around here somewhere.
Just one plant! I looked!
Why even bother with ammo? Accomplishing simple goals is already a pain from how broken basic mechanics are. Make the fuel unlimited. Give us a break.
It's not like rotten eggplants are even a thing from the movie. The developers invented it. It feels like they're pranking us.
Yeah, Grinch!
Oh yeah, that line?
Yeah, Grinch!
The Grinch never said that in the movie, but whenever he ruins someone's day,
Yeah, Grinch!
You Grinched? What does that even mean?
Yeah, Grinch! Yeah, Grinch! Yeah, Grinch! That sound totally Grinches me.
I can't decipher made-up Who World catchphrases. Heck, I can barely see a foot in front of our character because of this crappy draw distance.
Great! Good thing this game doesn't feature open level designs that easily hide items that should be readily viewable. Oh wait, it does!
Everything and everyone in Whoville can disappear and reappear like magic, depending on your limited view range to them.
I mean, look at this blueprint on this branch. Oh, you don't see it? Let's zoom in for you.
How were we supposed to know that was even there?
It's
Picking up this elusive blueprint is the perfect time to show off your canine counterpart, Max.
Right, at any point in this game, you can switch from the Grinch to controlling Max. He can get into small spaces, pick up items the Grinch can't reach, and control animals.
In the Who dump, there's a mission where you need to Pied Piper 10 rats into a drainage tube. Max can get the rats to follow him across a level, but the rats get easily confused.
Why was this even a necessary gameplay element? Did Max coerce rats in the movie?
Nope.
This experience is bursting at the seams with busy work tasks made complicated by bad mechanics and clumsy controls. Even basic 3D platforming features like swinging off of objects is borked.
The Grinch will periodically come to a ledge he can't reach and will have to swing along these branches or bars to get up higher. Launch the Grinch at just the right moment for him to reach the next bar or area.
Are you gonna jump or?
I'm trying! This is ludicrous! You'll have to time your jump perfectly, otherwise you'll fall to the ground. The big problem? The game likes to ignore your inputs. The jump button is not eliciting a jump.
We seriously thought our controller was busted, but no, we tried multiple consoles and multiple controllers. Same problem.
Why won't you jump? Yeah, no!
These sections slow your progress to a crawl. The only thing worse is when you're literally inching your way along ledges and wires. The only way to speed it up? Swing just like you're on a bar and slide down the wire without moving your hands.
I don't know if this is a glitch or what, but it's impossibly stupid, and I can't stop watching.
Next on our tour of misery is Whoville's Christmas countdown clock. The Grinch must pass through a series of psychological experiments involving levers, gears, crates, and trapdoors. Who's take the security of their clock tower very seriously.
You don't know what anything does, so you're just guessing the whole time.
You'll also need to push and pull crates around to finish the puzzle, but they get stuck. A lot.
The gears alone would have been bad enough, but throw in crate manipulation with these poor controls, and you have a section you'll never want to touch again.
But it's a walk in the park compared to what comes next. May we introduce you to Whoville City Dump. Again, this wasn't in the movie.
This area is a rotting pile of terrible creative choices.
We find ourselves on the edge of this wasteland. There's a house on the other side that we need to get to pull a prank.
Doesn't look too difficult. Let's go for one.
Nice floating orb that electrocutes us. Let's slime it.
Okay, let's try this again.
What in the name of Christmas?
A landmine in Whoville. Why are there landmines at the dump?
You're willing to maim, possibly eviscerate intruders over garbage? We may be the Grinch, but some of these Whos are straight up psychopaths.
So we can't walk over. Obviously. Looks like we need to jump on this debris to avoid the mines. The rocket jump is made worse here due to pinpoint accurate jumps you'll need to make, which are controlled by, get this, the direction of the camera.
Oh, did we not mention the camera regularly gets stuck on scenery all the time?
If your horrific camera is off by just a single degree, the Grinch will miss his jump and have to start at the beginning, collecting eggs like a chump.
Eggs, eggs, eggs. We probably spent hours collecting them. This game has so much padding, it could probably don a beard and take festive mall photos with sobbing children.
Before you finish the game, you'll build 2 more gadgets, the Marine Mobile and the Grinch Copter.
What? The Grinch never had a helicopter, and he sure as hell didn't have a submarine. None of this is even Christmas related.
With the copter, the controls and camera fight you every step of the way. Placing the Grinch where you need him is like hitting a bullseye with a balloon. More often than not, you'll overshoot or undershoot your target.
But keep an eye on those rotten eggs. No surprise, this copter gobbles them up like Tic Tacs.
And as you might expect, the sub doesn't handle any better. The movement is, pardon the pun, horrendously floaty. Real nice when you have to collect 10 microscopic pearls in a time limit.
Why are we collecting pearls? Can anyone tell me what's going on?
Hitting pearls with these controls feels like trying to thread a sewing needle wearing boxing gloves after having too much Who wine. Nigh impossible.
Okay, enough. We're playing as a character who is known for stealing Christmas, and we're in a lake collecting pearls. When do we get to something about friggin' Christmas?
Well, once you've ticked off all the items on the Grinch's list and you've collected all the parts for his knockoff Santa sleigh, you can enter the last level, chasing Santa's sleigh.
And sir freaking prize, it feels awful. You don't control your forward momentum. It's an on-rails flight. You can move higher or lower and left or right, but at least you don't need to collect anything.
Actually, Santa drops gifts that you need to pick up. Miss one, and you immediately fail and have to start all over again. We don't know why Santa's tossing presents randomly into the wilderness, but that's totally what he's up to. With a lot of practice, you'll cruise through and collect all 10. But this is only stage 1.
In stage 2, you have to gun down Santa? I don't remember this in the movie.
Yep, the Grinch has some sort of projectile weapon mounted to his sleigh, which he fires at Father Christmas.
You have 60 seconds and no aiming reticle. It's a miracle when you hit Santa at all.
Eventually, we shot him down. Saint Nick is roast beast.
Yay! We murdered Christmas!
And then we see the heartwarming ending all you Grinch fans have been waiting for.
I seem to be having a heart. I love you and everybody.
Max is catatonic again.
The Grinch rushes to meet all of Whoville, all 15 of them in the center of town. And they have the most awkward sing-along ever.
Welcome Christmas, Fahuramas. Christmas Day is in our grasp. As long as we have hands.
They didn't even try to get the song right.
Or bother animating the majority of them. Looks like they contracted whatever illness Max has.
The Grinch returned the toys and the food for the feast. He himself.
Shut up, wait, hold on. What did he bring back? Did the Grinch actually steal anything to return?
Well, he sure made a lot of contraptions. He destroyed a ton of presents. He pulled endless amounts of pranks.
Yeah, Grinch.
But no, I don't think he really stole anything Christmas related.
Yeah, he shot down Kris Kringle's sleigh, but he never took the presents off Mr. Claus's downed vehicle.
At best, the Grinch maybe stole 10 presents that fell out of Santa's sleigh during the chase sequence. That's it. 10 presents.
The Grinch's arc here is non-existent. He wrecks everything, comes back and says, "Whoops, sorry folks, my bad."
You crushed my snowman.
You shot rotten eggs in my house.
You killed Santa. Noel is f***ing dead! The redeeming part of the Grinch's story is supposed to be when he brings everything back as a gesture of goodwill, correcting his wrongs.
But he can't unsmash a gift, unstink a house, or unsnuff a clause. The one thing the Grinch is supposed to do in this game, stealing Christmas, he never actually does.
Really shocked that there was so little Christmas in this game. Feels like we missed something.
Oh, if you 100% the game, smashing all the hundreds of gifts, you get the most Christmas-themed bonus level ever devised.
Really? Huh. What is it?
A totally non-Christmas inspired epic motorcycle race.
Oh no! And that was The Grinch for PlayStation, a shameless cash grab tie-in for a movie that it has the loosest connections to. The controls, clumsy. The graphics, indecipherable. The plot, a complete waste of time. What were the developers thinking?
I think they might have gotten too much into the Grinchy spirit. Look at the very last message the game leaves you with at the end of the credits.
Yeah, Grinched? He only ever said that after pulling a prank. Was playing this entire game the devs' version of pulling a prank on us?
Yeah, Grinched!
It's just